So the time has come.
Hey, what's happening to you guys? Pyros here and welcome back to another video. It's been a while since I've done a showcase video on this channel, but we're going to be doing one for this anime based MMO called Kurtzpel. Now, I saw this game way back in 2017 and for the most part I never believed that this Korean game I believe, would make it over to the Western market, but as it turns out they've made the push and they've brought it over to the Western market. They're doing a global beta. I got myself a key and I've been playing it for the last couple of hours, and I just want to give you guys my thoughts and opinion on this. This is going to be a very brief, very I guess shallow thoughts and opinion on this game. If you want to see a more detailed opinion, there's going to be a link in the description below of a blog that I've written about my thoughts and opinion, my first impression, all that stuff about the game. So I'm gonna just give you guys my thoughts and opinion of this game, just to tell you guys what it's all about. So essentially this game is an MMO anime based PvP game. There is some PvE elements to the game, but the main focus for this game essentially is PvP. They have this promotion based PvP ranking system that you have to obviously try and rank up to progress further to the story, to access special moods and special I guess abilities and things like that in the game. And yeah, as you guys can see, it's very anime based. The customization that I've tried out is very limited, that they had available in the beta version. I'm pretty sure maybe it's gonna be similar like that in the final release, but I'm not too sure. Hopefully they'll expand it up a little bit as well, because you only get to choose from very limited stuff, and you can change your body size, you can change all that stuff, but for the most part it's very generic. I think in the beta, when people were playing it, they were able to kind of unlock special costumes, special items that they can use to create their own unique looking characters. Now yeah, like I said, the game has PvP and PvE. The main focus for this game is PvP, and they have 3 modes right now, which I've played all of them. I've played Deathmatch, I played Capture the Flag, and I've also played Conquest. My favorite one is, I guess, Deathmatch, because it's simple, there's no problems. It's 2v2, you and your teammate versus the other 2 characters. I've had no issues fighting certain classes except for maybe the range class in certain missions, but for the most part it's kind of okay-ish in a sense. Like I said, it's more detailed in my blog essentially. Then there's the PvE aspect, which is essentially, it's like a repeat mission type of system where you have to repeat a mission a couple of times to unlock different difficulties and obviously unlock parts of the story, because the stories are tied into the PvE and PvP as well. It's like a mixture of the two. You have to do both if you want to focus on the story itself, but if you're just into it for the PvP aspect, you don't give a damn about the story whatsoever, and then yeah, you can just do PvP. Now the game does open up with a really dope ass cutscene. It's animated, so it was very interesting, and it's very captivating as well. From the get-go, you feel invested in wanting to know more about the world, more about what's happening in this weird place. All focused about this Kurtzpel, which is, I think, a character that has the ability to save the world from pretty much from an army, a militia or something like that. So yeah, it was pretty fun. Combat wise, it was very easy to pull off certain combos. I didn't feel like I was slowed down by anything in the game, aside from being hit by an ultimate from the mage. There was, I think, there was a lot of things that I found okay and not okay about the game, but for the most part it's fun. I think it's pretty fun. I think if you're into anime games, if you're into anything anime essentially, and you want to create your own anime character, this is the game to go to. And yeah, as you guys can see in the background, I showed off a couple of PvP matches. Like I said, the PvE, it's instant based, so there is no open world aspect to it whatsoever. It's all instant based. You will be jumping into bosses immediately. Like there's no, you'll be traveling to a limited area. It's literally you're gonna jump into a boss fight, and the boss fight will scale up in difficulty as you complete them, so that's why I found out. The bosses are all very uniquely designed. Some bosses will be outside the stage, like a huge ass dragon, you know, shooting things at you. Some of them will be humanoid based, and they'll be really fast and really agile, and they'll be able to do aerial damage. Like as you play the game and as you unlock the difficulty, you'll start to realize that your skills and your position will be the determining factor on whether or not you'll succeed in a boss mission. Obviously, as well, your teammates need to also do well. But yeah, that's pretty much it. There's really not much for me to say per se. I just enjoyed the game. I feel like I wanted to do a showcase of the game and to show you guys what the game has to offer, and also just to bring more awareness to it, because I don't feel like a lot of people probably know about this game, and I just feel like I want to bring this out to the open and let you guys see that this game exists. And I feel like if it does well, you know, this could be something that the anime community could enjoy. But for me personally, I think the PvP aspect is the main factor that drew me in. I think because I know I do like to play PvP, I do like to test my skills and stuff like that, so it is a game that it would require some practice. It took me a while to get used to the controls. At the moment, in the beta version, there is no key mapping, which I was kind of disappointed with as well, because I wanted to really rearrange some of the key layout that I had to get used to. So for example, in order for you to dodge, you had to hit the shift button. You know, for me, sometimes I would miss the shift button and hit the caps lock button instead, or the key, whatever you want to call it, and it kind of annoyed me a lot. So hopefully in the final release of this game, they'll have key layout, key mapping, or key configuration, whatever you want to call it, in the game as well. Aside from that, there wasn't really much that kind of pissed me off. Actually, there was a lot that pissed me off, but nothing that I would say is game breaking. I feel like some of the stuff can be addressed in the future. That's why they're having the beta now, so they can kind of iron things out. I think one of the things that kind of annoyed me was the range class. What are they called again? I think they're called something. I think this is the Berserker and then Slayer or something like that. But the one that uses the bow and the mages, I feel like those two, there has to be some weird balance into them. I don't know how I can put it, but essentially, it's like when I don't know. It's a weird thing. I feel like when it comes to the bow, specifically when they hit you, obviously you get stunned, but at the same time the projectiles creates a distance between you and the opponent. So when you try to chase them down to fight them, if you want to be someone who uses melee attacks, you're gonna have a very difficult time dealing with people who use range only attacks. So that's that as well. There is some level of customization, like I said before, not just on the aesthetic but also on the weaponry and the abilities as well. So the more you use your weapon and the more you use your abilities, the more they'll grow and the more they become more powerful. And you can also use CP, which I think is the currency in the game, to upgrade your abilities and your slots and your karma to get more abilities. So you have to invest in 2 karma or 2 fighting styles to get them to become powerful before switching to the next one. And I'm pretty sure there's going to be more classes in the future. Hopefully they'll balance them out. But yeah, this is just a small showcase of what the game has to offer. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Overall, like I said, I don't think I've talked about the visual. I think the visual, it speaks for itself. It's very anime based, and I think it looks really good, really sharp. And yeah, I'll let the video play out. I think there was 2 matches in this video. First one I kind of won. You probably have seen that by now. The second one, I'll leave you guys with a little bit of a surprise. See whether or not you can guess if I won or if I lost. I think that match, the second one, is in fact, what is it again? Is it Conquer? I think it's Conquer, where we have to try and conquer a place, and the last person that has it, by the time the time runs out, they win. So yeah, I'll let you guys see how that ends up. But anyways, thanks so much for watching, and I'll catch you guys next time. Don't forget to check out the blog if you want a more in-depth analysis of, not analysis, an in-depth impression of the game itself. Alright, peace.